Hey guys, it's just Fix It in Post Joe here again. Basically, just here to tell you that there are a few audio issues. Once again, production quality is like $1, so please forgive. We think we've fixed it again for the next time, so hopefully next time you run over to YouTube, it'll be super crisp. But going forward, we think we've done it. But this episode, just a few audio hitches and not as crisp audio as we would have liked. Bear with us because it's a super good episode again, and hope you are around for the next one. Cheers.
I want to talk off.
Oh
topic
yeah, we've got
now.
Vetlani with us, haven't we? Great.
Well, yeah, she's sleeping. You're sleeping at the moment. So,
Plot twist, that's Gavin's character.
last time we played, you guys were... What did happen last time? Ah, yes. Last time we played, you were coming back from your expedition to Wolfglade Keep, where you found that the citadel inside that keep was no longer. It was no longer there. And you did a little bit of searching and investigating, and you found a cavern underneath where the citadel's rubble was. You investigated even further and found truly a horrible, horrible scene before you. Tables and tables of people, hundreds of them, just opened up in various different levels of autopsy and investigation. In that room, you found some necromantic paraphernalia, and each one of these tables had a strange crystal next to it. I believe you collected some of those.
All of them, didn't we?
Some of them didn't have... Yes, maybe you collected all of them, sure.
We had 25.
Then yeah, you collected all of them, all that were left. And after all of this, you decided it was time to go back and mention this to Ankus, who, of course, originally sent you on this journey to Wolfglade's Keep. On the way, you stopped off at the farm where Vetlani was present, doing her thing and recovering after losing her husband going missing and her farm not producing any viable fruit and veg. The soil was bad. You met her. Grungrout was completely insensitive as always. And over a course of a conversation, you decided that Vetlani should accompany you to go see Ankus, and so she could meet him, because she has no faith in the governor. So you brought her along, and you found yourself back at Ankus's manor house, having gone to the baths with Vetlani and had a nice time, again interrupted by Grungrout and traumatized Vetlani. You finished the day concocting a plan and various elements of your spoils or your loot that you were going to present to Ankus. And and then you went to sleep, of course. And that, as you are waking up, that is where we join the session again.
Joe, are you gonna put up your live stream thingy for us?
Yeah, I guess I could.
Yes.
How did we watch along for that? How's that run?
I'm gonna show you right now.
It's just the stream on the, when you...
Oh, just the normal. Okay.
Yeah, just like how it is on Discord.
It's a game.
God.
All right, you guys can all see that.
It's real nice to actually be able to see this properly on like a high def monitor.
I bet. So you guys have all woken up, and what would you like to do?
I guess Tyr will probably wake up early and go see if the governor's back yet. Maybe go find someone and ask them.
I'm gonna wander over to the armory. And have a look at. Just play around with the new gun and see if there's any modifications I want to make to it.
Okay, so I'll do Tyr first. So I would say very easy to just go outside your room and walk around and find one of these manservants. Again, you've never seen this one before ever. I suspect that Onkus will be around very shortly. He was meant to be back today.
Oh, good news. Okay. I'll go back to bed.
Okay.
Well, I'll go back to the bedroom.
Okay, Veclani's there. You gonna say anything to Veclani?
Yeah, maybe let's just like get up, get ready, get some breakfast.
Okay. That's all. You can do that. You go to the glass room next to the pool. It's a very lovely spread of continental breakfast.
Yummy.
Ooh, Continentale.
I'm hungry.
Beaky. You go to the armory and you show the weapon that you got.
Ayo.
And
Check
the
out this
armorer.
pistol, yo.
The armorer basically has never seen a pistol like this, though he agrees with you it can be modified in any way that you wish.
Groovy. Is that like a firing range?
No.
I mean, these servants seem pretty disposable.
True.
Just saying.
Christ.
Can I do? Would it be like an insight check? I don't know. To see if I would know whether it would benefit from, I don't know, extending the barrel or putting a better sight on or something.
When you first got this, you kind of understood that it could be modified, like it was made to be so. So you could do that.
Also, what's its damage? That's the maybe I don't have. I know what it does with the Black Dragon Stone in it. I know that bonus, but I don't.
It's a standard pistol, so it'll be 1d10
plus 4. Okay. That's what my law is.
Basically, all you have to do to modify this pistol is draw up some kind of schematic, run it by me, justify it basically, and if you can, roll some tinkering checks to see if you can modify it.
Okay. Say if I lengthen the barrel,
Mm-hmm.
would I get like a bonus to my hit mod or something to say it's more accurate, or I don't know how it
increases
works?
the range or something.
Yeah, depending on what you do, I will.
Okay.
Depending on what you do and your intent in doing it, I will tell you, depending on your rolls.
That's fine. Okay, that's cool.
Explosive rounds, Ben.
Yeah.
All right. So,
is there a spell that means bullets track?
I think that's called magic missile.
Yeah, magic missiles. Yeah.
Can I put that on my ammo?
You can find an enchanter to do it. Yeah, probably.
Right. Someone note that down.
Froggy can't really help me.
Froggy, is there anything you would like to do in this time?
Get breakfast.
You go to the breakfast hall.
Not corrupted water.
You want to go into basically you want a bath, but not with soap in it.
Yes.
Well, I'll go meet him for that. I'll join him. 100%.
Okay.
I'll probably just join them for breakfast as well, and baths and all the morning ritual stuff, but I'm not doing anything special.
Soap sucks. It hurts my eyes.
So you would speak to one of the manservants, and they would put you a nice sort of copper bath out, that
we seen
has
this one before?
nope. You have nope.
Damn.
A nice copper bath that you can get in with no. It's quite big. You'd be able to actually stretch out and probably even like swim in a circle.
Ooh.
Froggy.
Luxury.
I feel
On
like
this,
Grungrout would be confused by the servant thing if he cared anything at all about people lesser than him.
it's completely clear. It's lovely, sort of warm water, no soap in it.
Lovely.
For
Feeling
you,
refreshed.
on asking.
Feeling refreshed, I would like to then go get myself some food, which
Mhm.
I will demolish like I do with any
Mhm.
food.
Jar Jar Binks style. Okay.
Yeah, no elegance in it.
Yep. All right. Sophie just messaged me saying that she's going to be 2 seconds. So,
Cutlery is just eating with extra steps.
that's what that's pretty true, to be honest.
Don't need it.
Is there anything you guys would like to discuss before you meet Onkus?
Think we decided what we're giving him.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, we had the items we were giving him.
All right. Well, in which case, we just really have to wait for Sophie to get to the
I'm here.
Onkus. Oh, she is here.
yeah.
I am here, sorry.
So after a lovely, filling breakfast, and some of you having had a bath, enjoyed
soap.
yourself. Yep.
I'm going straight back for that blue stuff. That blue soap. That's where it's at.
Yeah. Okay.
Just foams and slight tingling sense. Just great.
Feels
Good
great.
stuff.
And yeah, you feel really refreshed, and it's something you sorely needed after all of the really traumatic stuff that you've just gone through. Sorry, I just did something with the stream then. You eventually, towards the end of breakfast, as you're just chatting and generally making light of the situations you find yourself in.
Is Veclani here as well? Listening?
Veclani is... Yes, Veclani is there.
What's her reaction to us just kind of joking around about necromancy and people dying? And...
Is that what you're joking about?
Well, we were making light of the situation. I assume that's...
I mean, I just assumed you'd be making jokes that were not of that nature to, not relive that. But if you are, she is traumatized.
I don't think Froggy really understands the whole necromancy being such this horrific thing more than necromancy just sort of is it's a type of magic. But I mean, Froggy doesn't really care for dead things either. Again, likes to poke things with a stick. So I don't think he's quite understand necromancy enough to realize how horrific it is.
Definitely wouldn't be laughing about it.
Grungrout's gonna try and explain in his way that he does to Froggy about why necromancy is bad, and probably not doing a very good job of it. Well, you see, it's not necessarily the spells in themselves that are bad, but generally, if you if say your son or daughter was dead and some bloke came along and started using them as, disposable kind of foot soldiers, you wouldn't be very happy about it. It's kind of got a bit of a bad reputation, and if I don't know how, if some of your eggs came back to life after someone had stepped on them, probably
I don't
wouldn't
lay
be.
eggs. No, but I
Wait.
can sort of see that being bad, but not everything always lives, so,
Well, it's not.
But then if it's alive again, what's the problem?
There are necromantic spells that can be used for good, but generally those kind of folks are not so common, and generally these kinds of sorcerers, they they're pretty bad. So necromancy is kind of bad by association.
Okay, I mean, I understand it's bad. I just don't think it's that bad. I think I'm going to see someone do something really bad.
I mean, did you not see all those people down there?
Yeah, I did, but they were alive, but not. It just means the
They had
fleshy bits.
They had their chests split open.
Oh no, well, yeah, but I've done that with a sword.
Yes, but that was in
You threw
self-defense.
rocks at people.
Yes, to defend
You've
ourselves.
electrocuted people. Pointed to. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but not
Well, it's-
innocent people.
It's not
How-
necessarily the killing that's...
I'm not. No. I'm just saying. It's. It's not something we've not seen before. You know.
It's the It's the nature of the killing.
There were children there too.
I'm sure other people have killed children before with, again, things we use. So, I think necromancy isn't necessarily evil, it just depends how you do it.
I'm keeping my eye on you, large frog.
No, I don't. Okay.
All right.
Just the awkward.
How's
Veclonia has stopped
responding to
eating,
this whole
and she's visibly
You know,
looks
yeah.
very sick.
There were children.
Yeah, but you don't
She's
know what
stayed
those
very
children have
silent.
done.
She's stayed very silent.
Yes. See, we don't know if those people are all good as well. You don't know.
They could have been bad children.
And as
Skywalker.
as
There's
breakfast
too many
comes
of
to an
them.
end, one of these servants comes through, again, one you haven't seen before, and says, Uncouth is ready to see you now.
Oh, yes,
Time.
okay. Alright, remember, we're already given the things we've already given him. I'm not giving away more dragon bolts. They are mine. Okay?
Okay, I agree.
So you are led to the same greeting chamber that you went to before, the one that was set for a banquet, but now it's just a visiting hall, but it's set up as a visiting hall. There's a throne-like structure at the front, on which Uncouth is
A throne.
sat on, and you are brought with nowhere to sit. You have to look up to see him.
Oh.
Well, hello. It has
Hello.
been a very long time. You have been away.
Been about 3 days.
Oh, has it? My time does fly, I guess. Yes.
Something really dodgy about this guy.
Sorry, no, I was actually just genuinely clearing my throat.
Okay.
Sorry.
Um,
Roleplay. I think we got information that would be really useful to you about the all the plagued and destroyed farms, and what was it, Wolfglade Keep?
Yes, that is where I sent you.
So firstly, we met Veclani at her farm to find some more
Ooh.
information.
Is
This
this
is Veclani.
Veclani?
Yes, I thought it was very important that you two meet so you could
Oh,
hear the story of her farm.
is she
and
part of your
find-
group?
No, but she deserves help. She hasn't had any help from anybody.
Well, I helped out a little.
A little bit, but she needs more help than that. The ground of the whole of her farm is 5 foot deep soil soaked in some kind of blood-like substance, and nothing's going to grow there unless people go and help dig it out.
Oh, that
And
is
you have-
terrible.
It
There is-
is, and you have so many servants here. Surely you could spare some of them to go and help her.
These servants are meant for my mansion. They are not common hands. They are specially selected.
You are in a time of disaster, sir. Surely you could spare a few men to help out your town. You speak of caring for it, but look at you in your opulent hall. Well, this woman is in scraps and looks terrible.
Veclani just like looks at you like so, just like one thing after another. Well, I will talk with the town's guard, and they may be able to help. What is it that you want, Veclani? And Veclani looks up, very scared, visibly shaking. Just almost looks on the verge of tears. And she says...
I just put an arm on her shoulder while she's talking.
And she just starts speaking. She says, I just wanted... When you became governor, I just didn't... You never came... And no, child, please. I apologize. I am a very busy governor. I have not had a chance to see all of the outlying farms and settlements, but I will make it a priority to see yours.
Please do.
And the others too, probably.
I will do my best, but the first one on the list is this Veclani's. A child, I promise. I would offer a few days of rest and beautiful R&R if you would take it, my child. Veclani kind of looks to you, Tyr, as you're kind of like her proxy, best friend right now. What should I?
I'm like nodding my head, like yeah.
I would be so thankful to have some time.
Having some time. You're gonna send some guards to look at the farm, right?
Yes, right away. Right away, look at the farm. Yes.
Great.
Okay. I'm glad that is over with. In fact, Veclani, would you do me the greatest pleasure and have one of my servants show you to one of our finest rooms, and you will have full reign of my mansion while you are here for the next few days. Again, she just looks at you, Tyr, and she has no idea what's going on. This is so out of her wheelhouse. Yes, I would love that. Thank you. My pleasure. Truly. And he sort of claps his hands, and just out of the shadows, one of the servants comes up and whispers to Veclani and takes her away out of the hall. And Onkusa's eyes, those piercing eyes, fall on you again, Tyr.
Okay.
So
now. Yes, sorry.
You have come to me with information of the Wolfglade Keep, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And what information would that be?
We found a necromancer.
You found a what? A necromancer?
Yes. Undoubtedly.
Are you sure? Are you not mistaken? Mm-hmm. That could not be the case. This is Abanasia. This is the holiest place on the continent.
It was definitely a necromancer. He had shadow beasts and everything. Daddy killed me.
This is very disturbing.
We found him, and we managed to defeat him, but we were really badly injured.
You defeated him? That...
We did.
I do not think it could be a necromancer. It must be an apprentice or something.
Well, we think there's probably three more.
Three more. Two.
Sorry, numbers.
We went and rested for a while at one of the abandoned farms outside,
Mm.
Wolfgate Keep. When we went back in the next day to make sure we had all the evidence, the whole keep had disappeared.
Lifted, it seemed.
You saw this? You saw the keep be lifted?
Well, no, but there's a rather large crater.
So you inferred that it was lifted.
Well, yes, I've seen not quite to the same scale, but certain abilities that would confer with the theory that such a thing could be lifted from its.
Either that or it was just completely obliterated, like someone used very, very powerful magic on it.
No, not obliterated. I don't think so.
Beaky, just can you roll a insight check for me, please? Your perception check, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at this here.
Perception.
You would as well, Froggy, but you have no idea. You're just not used to the ways of men.
Oh,
Um,
the
Oh,
ways of men.
That's a good roll, Bon, for once.
I know, right?
Well done.
Hey,
you see that the sword that you gave to him is strapped to his waist.
Oh.
really?
But it's in a sheath that looks like it's meant to hide its contents.
Okay, and which is this one again? It's not the.
It's
The one that
Murath's
Lord
sword.
Morath
Sword of Morath, yeah.
The big skelly
Okay.
boy that we first killed. That I touched, got visions of necromancy.
I'm Hey, Cuscus.
Yes.
What you doing with that sword, eh? Are you enjoying it?
The sword needed somewhere, and I thought the safest place is on my belt. I'm not sure I trust anybody else with it.
Do you not own a safe?
I do, but I'm not sure I can trust anybody to guard it.
Fair enough.
It is very powerful magic in this sword. I am surprised you survived.
Are you some kind of magician yourself?
I have dabbled in magic. I do not call myself a magician in no sense, but I know my way around
And how is it
scripts.
that you have survived?
I have the likes of you to
I feel like we're
investigate.
going off track a little bit.
I agree. So, this evidence you found.
Yeah, so anyway, we went back. And then Froggy astutely noticed a hole and a door in the ground.
Hmm.
And we went down. And there were bodies everywhere.
Yes, it
Bodies.
was.
Yeah,
That
all cut up.
Were they
being
alive?
experimented on. No.
Well, that's
Well,
debated.
Not
Physically,
alive,
no.
I pull out the roll of notes and kind of show them to him.
And the
well,
dragon bones we
he-
agreed to give him.
he gets up off of this raised throne-like chair and he walks down and takes the papers and he looks through them. This
there's an idea that they were trying to maybe keep them alive with external soul stones, perhaps. And we show them the 5 that we've agreed to give away.
yeah, the 5 crystals that you have. Yep.
But the notes, I've been through them, and they indicates they were successful.
This
So yes, probably dead.
is very, very concerning.
Did you know that lots of people have been disappearing?
I did. That was the first thing that I was told when I became the governor. That is one of the reasons that they needed a governor. The previous one went missing.
Well,
This guy's so
they're
sus.
all there. Under the ground. You should send people there to go and have a
I
look.
will at once.
It's worth noting. So I have a innate magical ability to track humanoids. Different from undead. And when I use my powers to sort of gain an insight into the castle, there was 3 humanoids in it. We dealt with one, but there's still 2 remaining, which are likely culprits, I would say. And maybe that's also why the castle sort of floated off. So,
This is very concerning. Everything you have said to me now, there is something greater afoot here.
So I would also, and I pull out the necromancer spellbook.
Mm-hmm.
This was found on the table near the necromancer we slaughtered. Seems to be a spellbook of some kind. Now, we were going to hand this over to you, but seeing as you have the sword on your person and they are similar artifacts, I would argue that it would be safer to keep them separate.
That does sound like a good idea. Are you suggesting you take it?
I will keep hold of it, and if you should need to study it for any reason, of course you may. But keeping them separate in case these necromancers come into the village to search for it would probably be the safer option.
Would you permit me to keep it here for a short time, like a day or two, just so me and my scribe can look over the contents?
Think
What was this you're talking about? Sorry.
the necromancer's spellbook.
I think it's best left to an independent party.
I totally agree. I'm not saying that I want to keep it. Just to take a look at the contents with my scribe.
How susp are we in character, guys?
I don't think Tyr would honestly. I am in person.
Yeah,
but I
that's
don't
that's what I'm
really.
struggling with, because I don't think Grungrout would be that susp either.
I mean, Tyr's very much a kind of likes poor people more than rich people, so probably just any rich person just kind of would get a suspicion up a little bit.
I think
But not really. This guy seems okay.
maybe a few hours would be acceptable. Beyond that, my memory starts to falter, and I may not remember to collect it at all.
Then, yes. Then
Why do you feel like you need to have a look at it?
I am the governor of the town. I need to know what is going on. If there is something me and my scribe can glean from this, it is important.
Maybe we could all look at it together.
Yes, I would like to glean some more from it. As a sorcerer, I do have an innate curiosity about other forms of magic.
Tyr, roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Me?
Yes, because you're the one who suggested looking at it together.
With advantage.
Because Grungrout was helping you there.
22.
22.
Can you use that adjust fates thing on yourself? Or is it just on other people?
What? Adjust face?
Adjust fates, I can't remember what it's actually called, but where he like changed the outfit.
Oh, my... I might be able to use it.
Not that you need to, but...
When a creature can see within 60 feet of me. No, I can't use that myself.
Yeah, still really powerful though.
Well, no, it's just a creature I can see in front within 60 feet of me.
So you could hold your hand out in front of you, and then you can see yourself.
That's all. Yeah.
Normally, my understanding is when it says a creature within 60 feet or a creature within X feet means that you can also
Like,
target
see
yourself.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, cool then. Yeah, it counts me too.
That's
It's
my
called
that's my
restore
understanding.
balance, by the way.
So with that roll, Anku says, yes, yes. After we have finished our business here, we can retire to the library and have a look.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very good.
I
What's a library?
This is where they keep the books.
Ah, books.
this you are a very odd one,
What's a
Mr.
book?
Frogman.
Well, I'm not from around these parts, so yeah. I think
I
you're all very strange, so, sort of give and take with that.
is there anything that you wish to leave with me and in my vault?
Just this dragon bone and these 5 crystals.
So the list of things you wanted to give to him was as follows: a minted coin, the necromancy notes, spellbook, and paraphernalia, 2 dragon bones, 5 soul crystals, and 1 dragonborn fang. Of course, you don't have to do that anymore. I thought so, but that was what you wanted
Well,
to originally.
I'm keeping the
Book now, yeah.
book, and I'm just gonna Onkus,
Yes,
if that is your real name.
it is. Go on.
Are you wanting us to investigate this issue further? Because perhaps it would be helpful for us to keep these notes for now, in case they give us a clue into anything else.
Yes, I agree. And on that note, I would ask that you take one of my own with you,
Oh.
if that is okay.
This is why we say no, and Gavin can't join us.
I have a very capable fighter. You will be impressed. And they,
Well, yes, we have had some trouble in the fights. A bit of muscle would be appreciated.
I can vouch for his ferocity and for his loyalty.
Why do you feel like you need to send someone with us?
Seems every time you come back, you say you had it harder than the last.
Ew.
But also, I would be remiss if I did not give you every chance to succeed. Well,
Yeah, but as long as we still get paid the same amount. It's fine.
he claps his hands and he says, "Muscle, will you please come to my side?" And that is where Gavin joins.
Yes, master.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Muscle, I am charging you with going with this party and protecting my interests.
As you wish.
Thank you. If it so pleases you, you don't have a name, do you? You're just a wary travelers. But if it would so please you to have my friend, my companion Muscle here, to accompany you and help, that would be a great favor.
Well, so long as we actually
What
get to
can we
watch
see?
this thing.
So yeah, so you can describe your character if you wish, Gavin.
Okay. I'm basically a big, 6-foot half orc. I look maybe like I've got quite wild eyes, but generally, apart from that, look fairly friendly. But it's like that kind of 1,000-yard stare.
Whoa.
And I've got a fat axe on my back.
How
Not
tall are
the
you?
only thing that's
6
fat.
foot.
Yay, a tall
Yeah.
one!
You stand about a foot taller than the rest of the party, and more than that, like 2.5 feet to Froggy.
My, you're a tall one.
Tay
I
kind
will
of
help
looks.
these weaklings.
What? What? Pardon?
What
They
did you
need,
say?
need taken care of. I will help.
I will go up and try and shake his hand.
This
I
tiny,
shake back.
this
Hello.
tiny frog person that you would have never have seen this kind of creature before, comes up and sticks his hand out at you.
I do my weird sort of like out of time blinking as well. Hello.
I cautiously kneel down and shake his hand.
It's sticky.
These
Pleasure
guys
to
are
meet you.
weird.
I heard this is how you folk greet each other. I don't get the appeal, but I thought I'll try.
Are you sure about this, Master?
Yes, I am very sure. I think you will make a fine addition to their party.
If I must. Nice to meet you.
Hello, my name's Froggy. What's yours?
I am Muscle.
Muscle. It feels like it's missing a syllable. Muscly. Yes. Perfect.
Right, it is finished then. You go with this party and you protect my interests. Now, here is my suggestion. That, did you happen to know which way this citadel went when you said it flew away?
Well, with some on-site testing, using the mending spell, some of the debris flew in a generally east direction. That's about all we've got.
How did nobody see this? It's a castle in the sky.
We didn't hear it either. It's very strange.
Necromancy.
This is concerning. Well,
It's powerful magic's certainly at play here.
okay. Well, I must go back to Godshome and tell the council about this. This is truly terrible news.
That's a question. Who's in charge when you're not here?
The captain's guard.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
the many-eyed spider.
The vacuous spider.
What?
No.
Rob.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Rom, yeah. Yes, it is Rom, the captain's guard. He is in charge when I am away. However, maybe you could go east and see if you find any evidence of this keep.
East? Why are you saying east?
Because that's the way the thing went.
That you've told him it went.
Sorry, I was being stupid.
Dumb broad.
I can provide you with a map and a note with my seal, if you wish. That will hopefully allow you passage and aid.
That sounds agreeable.
Yeah, sounds good. Can we get paid though, please?
Of course. That is a very important part of the job that you did for me. And he claps his hands again, and out come some manservants, and they are all carrying, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 of them come out, and they're carrying, on like a plate, a bag of gold.
Ooh.
He goes up to all of you, and they present the plates, and you take it, and inside there is 100 gold pieces.
Hey.
Each or between.
So,
Each.
Beautiful.
Lovely stuff.
Is this how much you get paid, Musty?
I work out of the kindness of my own heart.
That's the first lesson you need to learn.
Yeah, Beaky's gonna give him a look just to confuse, like,
What kind of
hell?
imbecile have you given us on this?
He is my finest warrior, and he is loyal to me and to anyone that is my friend.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Mhm.
I do not think that you will have any problems with him around. Anyways, shall we retire to the library and look over this spell book?
Yes, I would be quite interested.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have any sort of translator or anyone with magical wardings or anything?
I do. I have my scribe. He is a magician. He
Excellent,
was
because
a
this book does have some kind of magical protection that we may need to overcome. I would do it myself, but I'm not quite all there, as you may be able to tell. In the spells department.
yes, I do have a scribe, and he is very knowledgeable. He comes appointed by Godshome from the magician's peninsula, the sorcerer's peninsula. So,
Oh, a fellow sorcerer.
no, he is a magician, but he comes from the sorcerer's peninsula.
Oh, I see.
That is where all of you study, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, he brings you across that room behind the throne and into, at the very opposite end of the hall, there is a room that opens into this huge library. It's just books and books and books, like, it's got to be 10 meters high, and those ladders that move across the room in this kind of oval shape. And inside that room, you see a female drow looking over some papers. Says, Bartek, I see you are here.
Bartek.
Bartek, yes.
Oh.
I see you are here already. That is good. We have some questions. I think that is right.
Mhm.
That we hope you can answer. Please show him the book. Show her the book.
I pull the book out of my pack and slap it on the table with a foot.
And
Here's the book.
she looks. She hasn't spoken a word yet. She looks at it, and she does some hand movements directed towards Ondkus. And he, yes. He says it is, in fact, a necromancer's spellbook, a very powerful one.
Are these magical gestures or just like...
No, just sign language, basically.
Sign language, yeah.
Bartek, could you perhaps see what... You said there was a trap on it, some kind of magic?
Yes, if I recall, I had to make some kind of mental save against it creeping into my mind.
That does sound very meta, for sure.
Yes. Well, I had to protect my brain. You see, some kind of mind intrusion. But I shook it off, but then I couldn't read it because it's... was it in a different language, or was it just an
You couldn't read the language, but...
Was it the language that I couldn't read, or was it like the... Was it an enchantment on it that made...
Oh, it was the enchantment. Yeah, it was gobbledygook. Yeah. You couldn't read it. It looked like a completely different language.
Okay, but it wasn't the same as the one that we've seen before?
It was similar. It looked similar, but not the same.
Yes, and either it is written in a different tongue to common, or some kind of enchantment was preventing me from reading it.
Well, Bartek, can you ascertain what the trap is and nullify it? She nods very slowly at Ankus, and she starts sort of making these gestures over the book. And neither of you, Tyr or Grunkar, have ever seen anybody cast without speaking. This is all very strange to you.
Wait, do I talk when I cast a spell?
Yeah, if it's got a verbal component.
Most spells have a verbal and somatic, but different bits to it.
Crazy.
So when you cast Fireball, you scream Fireball.
Well, you can
so annoying.
you could do it Dragon Ball Z style if you wanted to, but normally you'd speak in magic, you know.
Fireball.
But
I didn't know this.
the
Crazy.
Arcanist does some hand movements over the book, and you see a sort of blue and green shimmer. And she looks at Ankus and does some sign language. Yes, it was, in fact, a curse on the book. You are very lucky to have survived that, it looks
Well,
like.
I'm a very high-level sorcerer.
Bartek, is there a way to remove the curse from the book so we can look at the book? She looks at him, sort of has this very resigned shrug and more hand movements, hand gestures. This may need to go to Godshome, where someone of a holy nature can remove the curse. I think this might be beyond Bartek's power.
We can take it there.
We should perhaps deliver it then.
That is...
Is Godshome to the east?
It is actually. You would know that, but yes, it is actually.
Oh, okay. Then we shall go east to Godshome.
It is quite...
Show me a map and I can make sure to get there.
Quite coincidental. Yeah, just 1 second. I'll get the map up for you guys. Just give me a second. Sorry, and then we come here, zoom in, and transition.
Ooh.
So you guys are basically where the A is in Abanasia.
Ah, yes, I see Greymouth on the map.
And Godshome is the big boy to the east.
Is that the capital of the continent?
That's the capital
country.
of the country, yeah, the capital. It is quite coincidental, actually, that you are going east anyways. Maybe you can go and I'll give you a note with my seal, and you can go and give the Holy Council of Godshome an update yourself on my charge.
Yes,
Sure.
that seems very reasonable.
You'll be my messenger. That
Yeah.
I think will work perfectly, if that is something you are willing to do.
Yep.
Well, you've read the notes, yes?
Yes, I have. Would you permit me to make copies of the notes?
Yes, that seems like information you would probably need to know.
If you give the notes, he take them. He gives them to the scribe Bartek, and this scribe starts writing in impeccable calligraphy these notes very, very fast. It is blinding speed. And within a few moments, it's done, and you get the notes back. Okay, well, would you like to stay here another day before you leave, or do you want to make tracks right away?
What time is it right now?
It'd be morning, be like afternoon time, mid-afternoon.
Might as well go.
Can you provide us with horses or a cart? Or
I
it's a good
could.
few miles to Godshome.
It is, yes. I can
might
provide you
relax.
with horses, yes.
They grow tired quickly.
Though I suspect that horses would be very overkill for this party.
Yeah, I don't know how to ride a horse.
What's
so...
a horse?
No, I've seen horses before, just don't know, well, how to ride one.
We could ride the muscle. He's quite large.
Don't see why not. If we get tired, just climb on his back.
Horses are noble beasts. They're not meant to be climbed on by us.
What about strapping a wagon to them?
Also, no.
Well, we could just wander.
Looks like Muscle's carrying us then.
Yeah. Fine by me.
Well,
Yes,
Muscle, you
I could
seem...
probably carry quite a lot of stuff, actually.
You probably could carry most of you.
Four small people.
Aw.
Well, Muscle, it seems like you have your work cut out for you. Well, if you would like to set out now, I bid you farewell, and if not, I do permit you to stay here for an extra night and get ready. Prepare yourselves for the journey ahead.
I
Is
think I'm
anything
ready to
anyone
go.
needs to buy?
We could go back to that, back to the shop with,
Oh, the armory. They would be happy to provide
Yeah,
you with
maybe we
what you
should go
need.
there.
Farewell,
Not that I need
master.
anything.
Muscle, do your best to keep them alive and safe.
As you wish.
Very well. He sort of walks out of the library with you into the sort of greeting hall as it's set up now, and shows you to one of the manservants, and they show you back to your rooms.
Thank you, manservant.
Manfred.
He just bows and walks away.
Have we seen this one before?
Yep. No, sorry. No, you have not.
So, Froggy just sort of gets his stuff together, fills up his colossal backpack full of knickknacks.
Yep, food. Definitely pack as much food as we can from the eatery place. The place of eating. I don't need anything from the shop, I don't think.
Is there other shops other than the armory in this place?
There
There was
is.
a magic shop.
There's a magic shop. There'll be a general shop in the town. What do you need?
Stop by the magic shop just to see what they have.
Yes, it was a Scottish magic shop that I
Do I remember there's a magic shop?
When I remember.
roll an intelligence check with disadvantage, I guess.
D20 plus 2. This. No, I do not.
Do you remember that you want to go there to a magic shop?
I remember that I want to go somewhere. But I think it's funnier that I've forgotten.
Okay.
I'm sure there's something I wanted to do before we left.
Was it to go to a shop? Wait, why am I doing this accent? That's Catman. Was it to a shop? Sorry, brain blip.
It can't have been that important. My memory is quite sharp, you know. Oh, now that you mention it, magic could be quite useful. I don't think it was that, but we could go and have a look anyway.
Did you
I'd like to stock up on some bullets before we go.
attune to the axe, the magical axe thing?
The sword. It was a sword.
A sword? The sword?
Which sword?
There was a sword we found.
Oh, this sword. And I pull it out, and I see if I'm attuned to it, which I have.
Yes. Then
Like,
Do you know what it does?
well, I believe it's a sorcerer's sword. I don't remember where I got this. It's good to know that I do, though. And I put
Tyr's
it
gonna start talking to him in Dwarvish for a second and say, "We found it at the keep. We weren't sure what it did, but we knew it was magical.
Yes, of course, yes.
It helped you do what exactly? Have you worked that out yet?"
Yeah, it's I use my spellcasting mod for my hit mod, and I can use
That
spell
was
points to make extra dice damage.
Pretty sweet.
Not spell slots. Sorcery points.
Yeah, I remember now.
It's pretty baller.
Nice.
So are you going to go to that magic shop, which I, again, did not note down?
Yes.
So I'm good at DMing.
It was a dwarf.
It was a Scottish dwarf, yes,
We
but I can't.
all spoken Dwarvish, don't we?
I can't remember the name of the place, and I was just looking through my notes, and I didn't write it down again.
Not like I'm gonna remember. Both me
so,
and Grungrout.
So, just for retcon's sake, it is now called, and I've written this down this time, the Sphinx's Oils and Elixirs.
Okay.
My sphincter.
My sphincter needs oiling.
So you walk into the shop on your way around the town before you leave. What are you looking for?
Hello. I'm just gonna see what they have. Do you have like general items? They have health potions, kind of wands, anything that might be useful.
Yep, they have 3 potions of healing.
Yeah.
1 minute, let me just get up the
Just kind of browsing.
Yeah, they got 3. So I'll give you the list, and I'm gonna get right now. I'm gonna get the prices for them because we're in the Dungeon Master's Handbook, and I didn't open that. So they have the potions are labeled Filter of Love, a potion of Filter of Love.
Okay.
A potion of climbing, a potion of fire breath, a greater healing potion, 2 greater healing potions, 3 standard healing potions, a potion of speed, and 1 potion of supreme healing.
Ooh, okay. I feel like we should buy the healing potions.
Maybe, yeah.
What are the prices for the 3 tiers of potion that we can acquire?
I'm going to tell you. 2 moments.
I'll give you 1.
When I have been a better dungeon master. wonder where that is. Magic items. Ah, might be here. Talk amongst yourselves, please.
A do bid do.
So,
I
to
wanna
all
be
Where
those
you from, Muscle?
new YouTube subscribers, we now have a discount on merch in our store.
Oh, I am going to speak to Muscle in Orcish.
Oh,
All right. How's it going there, big lad?
Oh my god.
I'm okay. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all
I
right. I'm
like
all
the
right, I'm all right.
Orcish is the same language, just in an accent.
Yeah, no, that's just how. If you could literally translate Orcish, it's a bit of Cockney, a little bit, just like one of the lads, sort of. Damn, Bob.
Space Marine!
The Space Marines, the Keldaris. It's
Do any of your friends speak Orcish?
oh yeah, I don't think so.
I repeat. Do any of your friends speak Orcish?
Are you saying that in, or are you mimicking the Orcish?
I'm mimicking Muscle. I'm just repeating exactly what he said,
Or apparently Beaky speaks Orcish.
and then I repeat the end of that sentence. Beaky
Oh.
speaks Orcish.
Are you mocking me?
I think he's just copying us.
What I do is I take a look round. Are we still in the magic shop? Or have we moved?
No, you're in the well, if you're winning, then yes, you're in the magic shop.
Okay. I look around and I see if there's anyone else who looks like they might be able to speak Orcish.
There's nobody in the shop but you and the shopkeeper, and she's a dwarf. She doesn't seem to be
Okay.
looking at you.
So I'll turn back round to Froggy and say, you have to help me. I'm working for a very evil man.
Oh, you what?
Oh,
What? Oh
no.
What? All right, go on.
I'm not his loyal bodyguard. I'm more like
Oh.
his slave.
Oh,
Oh my
brilliant.
god.
Okay, well, this adds a whole lot to it. Go on.
Like, blimey, no. Wait,
Oh,
I can't hear this. Look
Back
at
off,
magic
guys.
items. Sorry.
Do you guys want to go and whisper?
Oh, we could do.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll jump into whisper with them. Let's do it.
Oh, I just wanted to deflect the fact I could speak Orcish. Go on then. I mean, he didn't necessarily. He came off as a bit odd, but then again, I think everybody comes off a bit odd. So
this man is keeping me prisoner, and if I don't do as he says he's going to burn down the forest, which was my home for most of my life.
Well, what else has this bastard done, and all those other things?
Oh,
Maybe we should not have given him notes.
he's a very bad man. The moment we're out of here, I do not wish to return except to destroy him.
That's fair enough. Okay. Well, do you know any? Maybe we should not be speaking in the middle of a store. That I don't think anybody else can understand us. But once we'll have to leave town and then elaborate from there.
Yes, we can talk more once we've left the town.
Sort of, Froggy sort of just concerned look at his face, and then we'll just sort of go back to the group.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, he seems really nice.
Your friend's Orcish is excellent.
I have a lot of practice. Well, somewhat. It's complicated how I have practice, but
When did you learn Orcish?
Oh, when I was with the other guys.
That's good. I don't often get a chance to practice myself.
Hello.
How did you?
Wait, did you just say that
the,
Onkush is evil in common in the store?
No.
No.
Oh, okay,
It's
sorry.
Orcish.
Yeah. Sorry. I thought you just said it as soon as you got out. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you once we're out. When we'll talk about it more on the way out.
Yes, we were talking about the surrounding area.
Huh?
What? Sorry, what did you say, Beaky?
Are you hiding something from me?
Well, I've not hidden anything. Nobody's really asked.
Maybe we should step outside and go somewhere discreet.
I'm not leaving until I've bought my potions.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we'll
buy
get
your
the
potion.
No, we'll get the potions, and then we'll just talk on the way out. You know.
And
Okay.
back into
I'd like
Orcish.
to get
Just like,
some bullets.
Don't worry about it. We'll make sure we only talk about it once we're actually outside the town. Don't you worry about it, more lad.
Thank you, friend.
Miki's gonna go.
Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it, more lad. Don't you worry about it. No,
Miki speaks Orcish. Don't
No,
you
you
worry
just-
about it.
you can't just
I'm
keep
gonna,
talking until you
just-
talk talking. Do you know
I'm
what
gonna-
you're saying?
I'm
Don't
gonna
you worry
point.
about it.
I'm gonna
No.
point to Froggy,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna cast my cantrip message, and I'm just gonna ask, nod if everything is okay. Cause I'm getting really confused.
Hey,
Everyone
hey,
You can
Shakes
reply
his
to
head.
message, can't you?
he shakes
Yeah.
his head. Oh.
sort of doesn't quite somewhat sneakily, sort of very minor head nod, sort of like he's kind of something's on him and he's just shivered or whatever, just to try and pretend.
Mhm.
But yeah, he seems really nice, so it's good. Again, it's good to flex the Orcish. I can speak
Don't you
Goblin
worry
too.
about it.
How
Oh,
many
goddammit, Vicky.
potions did we have? How much
Yeah,
money do we need to
what
give
were the
over?
prices for the potions?
So the a healing potion is 50 gold.
Oh, fuck.
A greater healing potion is 200 gold.
Oh, fuck.
I'll buy a normal one.
Yeah, I'll buy a normal one.
Okay, mark that off.
You say 50?
Mm-hmm.
Do we each get 100 gold from Cuscus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, hold on a second. You owe me money, Froggy.
How much do I owe you? I
Well,
don't know.
I bought a potion and then I had to use it on you.
Well, you know, I was helping the party in a fight that we all agreed to.
Mhm.
I
So
thought this.
you're gonna pay for half of this potion I'm buying now?
What? You might have to
What?
use, but you might
25 gold?
if you use it on me or you, sure.
Okay.
Do you
put 25 gold towards that.
Thank you.
do you guys want to buy anything else from the shop?
This is just a potion you place, is it? Or is
Yeah,
it a general?
yeah.
Okay.
It's a potion you
'cause I wanna
place.
go grab some.
So was there what were the
bullets
other
and stuff.
potions?
There was a filter of love, a potion of climbing, a potion of fire breath, a potion of speed.
How much is the fire breath one?
I'll tell you.
If it's gonna take ages, I'm not that bothered.
No, it won't. Don't worry.
And while you're at it, will you look up the speed one as well?
That would be 200 gold for the potion of fire breath.
Okay, how much for the speed?
Da-da-da-da-da. That is that's like 1,000 gold.
Oh yeah, nah.
Was
I'm
I
not
given
gonna bother
gold,
with it.
by the way?
Oh,
yeah,
you're a slave.
yeah. You were given 200 gold when you
Left. Okay.
when you left. All right. Is that everything that you wanted from this place?
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you want to go to a general one, Beaky?
Yeah, I just want to pick up some bits and bobs, including. I have to probably go to a blacksmith as well.
Okay. So you just want to go to a general.
Somewhere that sells kind of like metal tubing and bits of timber and springs.
So you want to go to like a B&Q?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd go into what looks like a sort of a crafting shop, a tinkering shop. What would you like to buy?
Hello there. Good call. I first of all,
Yes?
have you got any bullets? Any
Bullets?
ammo?
Bullets.
And I'm gonna whip out both my guns and be there like,
Oh,
don't be alarmed.
So anyway, I started blasting.
I started blast.
Just one moment.
these-
I just need
Anything to fit these two is all.
Oh,
The safety's on, don't worry.
Safety? Okay.
I'm a cautious guy, but I live on the
I'm a
edge.
cautious guy. A
The beefy
Bullets,
executes grins out on the spot.
That's not something that I hold in my shop. Not many people will have bullets.
Fair enough.
That's something for the barracks or the armory.
Fair play. Okay, how about kind of like metal tubing and just sheet metal in general?
Yes, we have many knickknacks and things like that. I can cut you something to size if you wish.
Interesting. Okay, could I purchase maybe an 18-inch long?
Can we work in real money, please?
I went in inches because I assumed ye olde, but I can go to mil, sure.
That'd
Can
be
I get
great.
like 500 mil long, 30 mil diameter?
Let's go
tube?
back to inches.
Okay, we're gonna go with.
My brain was struggling with that one. Okay.
Do you want me to use centimeters?
No, just go inches. I actually have a ruler in front of me, so.
Cool. 18 inches long.
Yes.
And probably about inch. Oh god, I can't do inch and a little bit. Inch and
A
2
quarter?
little mini inches.
An inch and a
What
quarter?
are the little ones?
A quarter inch, yes. So 18
sure.
inches and a quarter, 1.25 inch.
Diameter, yes.
Like a steel.
Yeah, I want it
dowel.
strong. I want it sturdy.
Yes.
Require,
He goes in.
Withstand heat.
He just sort of checks his book and that will put you back about 5 gold.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like that. And then, how about just sheets of stainless steel, steel, whatever you got. What kind of sheets do you put? Can I buy like a?
Yes, buy sheets if you wish.
Like a 20 by 20?
That's a big sheet.
It is. I'm going to cut it up into little bits though.
Let me have a look. Just looks through his book, goes under his table, pulls out this really long, it's like 5 foot metal, and he goes,
Can you
yes,
tell what it is yet?
Tell what it is yet? That's a good joke, guys. Yes, let me go and do this in the back. And he goes into the back and he cuts it into the size you want. What are you building here?
Well, I've always dreamed of this, but I've never had the money to do it. It's an invention I've been thinking of. And I whip out my gun again. I whip out my gun. Don't point. I'm not pointing. No, I'm disappointed for. And I'm like I lean in close to him and like show him the pistol. Right. Imagine this, right?
Yes.
But the barrel, and then I indicate to the long tube. I'm like, imagine this long. Right. And you see here where the bullets go. Imagine that, but coming out long at the bottom, like a stick. Yeah. And then in the back here is that's actually what I need next. Do you sell springs? Do you know what springs are?
Springs?
They're
Yes.
used in like clocks.
Yes, I know what springs are. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have like big, like tough ones?
What? How big?
How big? Let me pick up my measuring device. Are we talking compressed or relaxed? Like fully extended?
Extended, yeah.
Extended. Like a 5-inch and an 8-inch?
5 inch and an 8 inch. Yes, I think we have something that can do that.
Well, could I have a couple just in case they break?
He goes in, and it's not exactly the right size.
Yeah, but it's
And they're not like all the same spring. Obviously, he's probably repaired something like a clock or like a seat or something, and it's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but they're about the size that you want.
okay. I like it.
These do for springs. These
That
okay.
looks fantastic. I'll grab a few of them. And what about just like dowels, just metal dowels? Just any odd length that I can just cut down and put things together. Maybe some screws. Joe, can I just say I am actually drawing up my own mechanisms for how I want
Good.
I will have a set of blueprints to
Can
work
I ask you a
from.
question? What's
Yeah?
a dowel?
A dowel, it's like a pipe but solid.
It's like a cylinder of metal or wood or something.
Yeah.
Thin.
Okay.
You know, in IKEA, the wooden things you hammer in, they're little dowels.
Oh yeah.
But you can get just a long one that you then cut to whatever shape you want. It's just a stick, really.
He walks round to the front of the store, and he actually just takes off like one of the shelves that has nothing on it, and he just pulls out a bit of metal dowel. This is good. Yeah.
This will work nicely.
Okay. Altogether 10, I think. And he just sort of tallies it all up, and I would say 50 gold.
Sure, no worries.
Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Good day.
Bye.
Bye.
And I'm just gonna walk out the door.
Cool. So you got all you needed from there. Anybody need to collect anything else?
So the armory for the bullets.
So you need to go back to the armory for bullets, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say you go to the armory, you get, how many bullets do you want?
Oh wait, does this place only have the silver bullets?
Yes.
I'll be alright then, probably. I think. Maybe.
They're steel bullets, not silver bullets, they're steel bullets.
Oh,
like they're just silver, they're like polished to silver, you know what I mean?
Okay. Cool.
How many would you like?
They're not actually silver bullets?
No.
Oh.
Well, how many have they got left, and how much is that going to cost me?
They've got as many as you want, and it's 10. It's 2 gold for 10.
4,000.
2 gold for 10. Then I'll just get another 20 for 4 gold.
Yep. Mark that off.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are off to see the wizard.
The wonderful Wizard of Godshome.
The wonderful wizard of
Wait,
Godshome.
we are not yet.
Oh?
Because
We're having a chat with Orky.
we
Hey,
are.
let's go outside first, guys. Yep.
Because
Hey,
of
let's
that, I
start
think
making our way.
Make my way, Dodo.
because of Froggy's reaction, Tara will probably be a little bit suspicious of Muscle at this point.
Muscle, I very much like your axe. I have one smaller, but it's very dwarven of you.
Thank you, but this axe actually tells a tragic tale.
It speaks.
In a manner of speaking.
Speaky speaking. I like it.
What have you called yours?
This I took this axe from an enemy of the forest.
Of the state.
I was someone was chopping down trees in my forest, so I killed him and took it for myself.
Oh. Grungrout starts walking a little faster and stops talking to people about their axes.
I like it. I like it a lot. So, anything else to be said or done?
Oh, we
before
outside at the main town of Greymouth.
Yeah, yeah. You'd be walking on the eastern road, I imagine.
Okay, now we're outside the city. I'll turn round to the guys and say, I have something I need to tell you. The man you are working for is a very evil man, and we must do something to stop him.
Oh?
I'm gonna pull everyone aside of the road into a bush, and I'm gonna be like, "What? What do you mean?"
How far out of the city do you think you've gotten? Is
I
it like
dunno.
a half a day's travel, or?
I'd probably
not
do this
too
after
far.
we're like a few hundred meters past the
Okay,
gates when like I
okay.
think no one's watching.
Yep, no problem. Yep.
So I'm not actually his loyal servant. I'm basically his prisoner.
And why would he let you go?
He I believe after serving him for this time, I have gained some of his trust. But I've just been waiting for the right moment to escape.
On a scale of like 1 to necromancer, how evil is he?
I can't say I've seen a necromancer, but he's
You don't
burn
really
down
know.
my forest.
Yeah, you don't really know much other than he like just fucked up your life. That's
He
like
threatens
he's
to
evil
burn
to
down my
you, but
forest.
yeah.
Oh no, I've left Beklani with him. Do we need to go back and make sure she's okay?
He doesn't suspect anything.
What
But I do not plan to return unless we come to destroy him.
what evil acts has he committed?
He his work has destroyed the forest, which I live in, or lived in before he found me. He's kept me prisoner under threat of burning down the rest of it with my my family inside.
Not a very nice man, is he?
He does not understand my ways.
We should go back and make sure Beklani's okay then.
I will not return unless we are coming to destroy him.
Yeah, as much as I don't think this guy's particularly good, I think going back all of a sudden just like, yeah, no, don't mind us, we're just going to take this person away again, is a really good way for us to, well, be very suspicious.
I am voting for JD because she is suspicious.
Oh, classic meme right there. Yeah.
So we can't work for him anymore?
Well, we can.
I mean, we could if we don't mind all the things he's supposedly doing.
What else is he doing?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Look,
all right, my lad. What do you think he's doing then? Do you know anything else?
He doesn't trust me with any of the information. He just keeps me around because he says I look scary. I hear things here and there, but he just seems to be a greedy, evil man.
Look, I think we can probably deal with him later, but the main thing I care about is finding out what the blazes these necromancers are doing. If they're playing around with dragons, I'm particularly interested.
I'm happy to help you with your quest.
We should tell Rom.
How do we know he's not on with it, you know?
True.
Well, look, Godshome appointed him. If we want to do anything about it, it'd probably be best to talk to them. With
Oh.
your testimony, is Muscle your name, or
Marcel is the name he gave me. My
Do you
real
have-
name is.
do you have a free name? Muscle is my slave name.
My name is more complicated than that. It's not. It's hard to say out loud.
Yes, I'm the same. My actual name is Kuruktuk, but the guys I was with before always got confused, so I just went by Froggy.
This large frog.
I've spent much of my life not speaking your language, so my name is more of a feeling than a word.
Oh.
I feel you.
One day I will. Maybe I can show you my name. For now,
Right.
Muscle is fine.
I walk up, put my hand on his chest, because it's probably as high as I can reach, and go, I see you.
Yes,
Daddy.
I'm standing right here.
No,
Hello.
Well,
I see you.
Am I missing something?
Don't worry, I'll tell you later.
Hasn't
Very
done
well.
that yet, so it's probably a good
Oh,
thing.
so if he comes at you with a ponytail, run away.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you.
Well, as much as I don't care that much about your plight, if we're going to be together for a while, what may help is your testimony about this man to. Is it Council of Godshome?
The Holy Council of Godshome, yeah.
Yes, the Holy Council. May be interested to hear what you have to say about this man they've appointed.
Or maybe we need to bring some actual evidence of wrongdoing. Like, not just testimony, but actually,
Well,
like a document that has written down what he's done, or
Well,
some
that-
dodgy thing.
that would distract us from the dragon and the necromancy, and that's the real important
I'm
thing.
happy to speak to the council if that will help.
I don't know what to do, guys.
It's quite the pickle.
Well, I'm not sure we can prove that much about what he may or may not have done without going back to the place, and Muzzle here has just said he doesn't want to do that.
It's true.
For now, maybe we should bide
You
our
don't think
time.
we can take him on right now?
With my axe.
Well, he just
And
lost
my
his
axe.
best bodyguard.
Oh.
Oh, you could you could perhaps pose as being loyal and strike him down.
That could be a good plan when we return.
Yes, perhaps we can return from our
Look,
quest with the necromancy and the
we
dragon.
can't go and tell Godshome that he's a bad man without him getting back to him. So either we need to go back and go do it now, or we're never gonna come back and do it because he's gonna find out.
How about we when we go to God's home, we keep this quiet, and then when we come back later,
I'm not sure killing the governor without the backing of the council would sway heavily in our favor, but gosh, if it doesn't sound like a good time.
I do not care about the council.
Yeah, it
care
sounds
about
like a
the
real bad
forest.
chap.
Gringrout's going to lose interest in the conversation and wander off into the woods to pee. As am I.
Oh, I don't know what to do with this information, guys, but I feel really bad about leaving
think-
Kalani there.
Well, what happens, happens, you know? So we might as well get going. We'll just... I mean, we can't not tell Godsend about, you know, all the bad stuff going off, but, like... We can also say, like, hey, this guy's real shady. Maybe you should look into him a bit more than just going, oh, yeah, that's fine.
Mind you, I probably shouldn't be the one to say it. I mean, you probably have a better chance at explaining things than I do.
No, I think they'd listen to you, Froggy.
You sure? I mean, sure, if they will, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm quite as charismatic as I believe the rest of you are. Well, at least with your folks, so, you know.
Yeah, well, my folk are dumb anyway, so.
We can
Right.
decide how to deal with him later.
Okay. Oh, I guess we're going to Godshome for some reason.
Right. Would you all like to set on the road to Godshome?
Yes.
With a heavy heart, yes. Sorry, Becklani.
With a heavy
I might have
heart.
got you in some doo-doo.
The heavy heart, yes. Okay. So basically, you will have a map of the area. You know which way to go. Plus, it will be signposted to Godshome. It'll be. Let me just check the actual distance because it's quite a long way. It is about 200, just under 200 miles. So it's going to take quite a while. You know, if walking speed is let me just check that. Yeah, it's probably going to take about 5 days of travel to get to Godshome. Mm-hmm.
So you can't get lost.
No, you cannot. However, you will be camping out, and I would like to know if you are if you're going to be in if you're going to go to towns and go to the taverns. Let me know.
Did anything earth-shattering happen while I was away?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I say we would. I mean, Froggy would probably stick to the main road of things, assuming that's the safest place to be.
I think we'd go through towns and stop in taverns. Grungrow probably would want to.
Just bear with me.
I'd rather not sleep on the road like some common urchin. I'm one of the Grand Sorcerers of Kar. You wouldn't catch me in a tent.
I'm used to sleeping in the woods, so anywhere is fine with me.
Which woods did you come from?
I don't know. I just called them the woods. It did not have a name, to my knowledge.
Okay, so along your way, there are various towns. There are various smaller hamlets, but just on the sides of roads, there are slightly less traveled sort of inns and highway homes that you can get rooms in. Would you prefer to do that, or to go to a
Which
hamlet?
road are we taking, by the way? Are we going like up north and then east, or are we kind of skipping across country?
It's completely up to you.
Oop-ta-you.
Because they're all roads that run east, that like smaller dirt roads that will run east that you can't see.
Like the main roads.
The red roads are like trade routes, like main trade routes.
Well, we'd probably maybe head up to Shimba and then take the main trade route.
I'd say possibly, maybe not even going. If some places are quicker, for saying we want to try and also find out more and get back, we'd probably want. It might take some of the more dirt roads if they end up being a bit quicker. Might miss out on a town or two for a couple of days. But
is there a reason there isn't a direct road from Abanasia, from the Greymouth area to Godshome? Like, are there bandits in this area, or
there are bandits there are highwaymen and bandits like everywhere, but it's just that it's not a main trade route really. The dotted sort of brown lines are like the districts, you know, the shires or whatever, so it's just not in the same shire. The main road just doesn't go across like that. You know how, like, to get to Nottingham I have to get on the bloody M1?
Yeah.
which is stupid.
Okay.
So you can go straight across. It's just smaller roads, less traveled.
It's not any like particularly more dangerous or anything to take those roads.
Not particularly. Not that you would know, anyways. No.
Or maybe slightly more dangerous, but not enough. Like it's not a well-defined
Yeah.
risk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'd probably go on some of the smaller roads, then more directly east.
All right. So you would find various sort of roadside inns, and I would say you'd probably find one of those every evening, basically, until you reached Godshome. Can whoever's leading the party, who would like to lead the party, can you roll? Okay. Can you roll 3 for day 1? Can you roll 3 survival checks, please?
Okey-dokey. I suppose this is for navigation.
It's not really for navigation. It's just for,
encounter.
Hang on, I need to read up some fucking ranger bullshit I've got.
It's looking at the map. It's
difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel. When you're engaged in another activity while traveling, you remain alert. Stealth. Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
So basically, you can't be surprised while traveling. Is that what it is?
So I remain alert. I can still be surprised, but I suspect that's just more of a case of I can still be moving speedily, but still keep an eye out.
Looking at stuff.
Okay.
Where others would have to be focusing on purely on being quick and not be anywhere near as observant.
Okay.
So
okay.
I don't know if that would mean it if you were to DM it like a lower DC than it would normally if people were going quicker or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
My survival is plus.
Just roll 3 for me for the day. See where we are.
Oh Jesus! Oh.
We did.
And can I have anyone who's kind of rear guard or looking out for things just roll 3 perception checks for me, please?
We're walking, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn.
Drunk Rat's not about like keeping lookout. He's just focused on the road.
I'll
say
keep lookout.
Sorry, Gavin.
Are we all rolling? Or
No, whoever's going to be like main lookout, rear guard, that kind of thing.
Can we have more than one guard?
If you want to have more than 2 people sort of like actively looking for the entire trip, then yeah, you can totally.
I'll probably do it as well because I'm kind of did say I'd be bodyguard.
Cool. Just roll 3 perception checks.
I'll let you do first.
Gavin. Lovely rolls. Oh, lovely roll.
Is that your first roll?
Oh, Gavin!
Get all these out of the way.
You beautiful boy. Oh.
Right.
I'll do mine.
That last roll was the orc half of me.
Classic.
Solid.
Classic. Cool.
All right.
Never above 10.
So,
Standard beaky.
For the first day, you guys managed to navigate pretty well. It's not, you don't get lost or anything. Muscle, as you're walking throughout the day, sort of, you do get the sense that something isn't quite right, but to you it's really hard to pinpoint. It's just like you've got one of those gut feelings that something just isn't quite right.
Just about the trip,
everything. The journey right now, yeah.
Okay.
All right, you guys find a little roadside tavern. Would you like to stay there?
Yes.
For the evening?
Joe, I've just got a question mechanically.
Yep.
We said that my battle axe was my arcane focus.
Mm-hmm.
Can I wield that and the sorcerer's sword at the same time?
Only if you have 2 weapon fighting.
Right. Does the sorcerer's sword count as an arcane focus?
I would say that it's innately magic. I think you would be able to
Okay, cool.
to use that as a focus if you wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. No worries. Thank you.
No
I
problem.
will sleep outside of the end. By the way, if there's trees outside, I will always favor those.
Yeah, it'll be sort of grassland. There'll be some trees just around.
Yeah. So I won't buy a room, but I will just sleep outside.
It'll just be like 5. It'll be like 5 silver for a for like a dorm. For a dorm room.
Did you say that you think something's not right to anyone?
No.
No, okay.
Grungrout's gonna go in and ask for a room.
All right. So you just grab, you get it's just like dorms. It's like a few dorms. It's not like luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a dorm. All right, and you'll just settle down for the evening. I would like Muscle to roll another perception check for me, please, for the eve. Are you gonna stay up later than?
For part of it, yeah.
Yeah, so that's fine. Just roll a perception check for me.
Nice.
Okay.
All my good rolls are gone.
So, all of you bed down for the night, thinking on what Muscle had said to you about Onkus, and Tyr, you're particularly thinking about Viglani and the danger she might be in.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is just kind of thinking, what the hell are we going to say when we get to Godshome? This plan that was half concocted when we left Greymouth. And I would say about halfway through the night, you hear a piercing howl.
Oh, oh, oh!
Very much so. And you, Muscle, are rudely awakened by, if you're outside, you're rudely awakened by a werewolf coming and taking a bite out of your flank while you were asleep.
Oh my god.
Has this howl woke the rest of us up?
Yeah, I'd say you're all awake, but you don't know anything is happening until Muscle exclaims, basically. So I would like Gavin to roll initiative for me.
Okay.
Then, actually, everybody roll initiative, but it's you guys are not part of the surprise round.
Oh, boy! Grungrout. He's a big boy.
Ooh.
A big boy.
Ooh. Okay, so let's have a look. That's 8.
Jump.
Froggy, that's 15. Nice. Beaky. That's a classic.
Solid 9.
And Grungrout. Ooh. Toy.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
And Tyr. Where are you there? Okay. So, first round. Werewolf 1 comes in to Werewolf 1 comes in. Muscle, you are rudely awakened by a bite. So that is
Now, is he going to become a half-orc now?
50% human, 50% orc, 50% werewolf.
that is a 10 to hit.
Jay, do we have a little combat screen?
And no, not right now, but if I can muster one up really quickly, I will. I didn't actually prepare for this, but after all you guys started speaking, some things happened. So,
okay.
Let me see if I can. So does that hit 10 on you? I don't think it does.
No.
So, and then it's going to take another. How many attacks does it have?
Tens of thousands.
Multi attack.
No.
2.
Tens of-
Yeah. So 1. Yeah. So it's got another one, and it's going to take 1 with its claws, which is 17.
That hits.
That hits. So it just gnashes at you while you're sleeping. You wake up.
My armor is 17, so it hits.
So that hits. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, okay.
And you wake up surprised, and he takes a slice at you, and he does. I didn't actually get that. I didn't get those.
Oh my god.
He does 7 damage.
Ouch.
The pain is unbearable.
And then you're gonna get an attack on Werewolf 1.
Oh my god.
If you wish, an attack on Werewolf 1.
Oh, I have a turn.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was being hit again. Sorry. I'll pick up my axe and just take a fat swing at him.
Yep. Rolled a hit.
14.
I actually does hit. Roll damage.
Okay. $15.
15 damage. Awesome. So that is
15.
Ooh, okay. Now, top of the round, it is Grungrout, and let me just move you guys into
quickly.
Do I get a full turn, by the way, or is it just an attack?
Oh yeah, you get a full turn. So yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so I also enter rage.
Oh, he's a
Obviously.
barbarian.
You have raged.
It's Brutus.
And we have a battle map. Unfortunately, I haven't updated this particular one with everyone's new bloody things.
Was your dad a bear?
Wait, where am I? Oh. Wait, where am I? I'm not on the map.
No, you're right. That was Don, and you're actually Grungrout.
I am.
This is one of the things that I didn't update because I'm an idiot. All right.
Hey.
So you've raged. Do you want to move anywhere?
No, I'll stay where I am.
Stay where you are. Top of the round, Grungrout.
Is there a window that I can see through? Like facing the way of the noise?
Probably. You're actually the main upstairs.
Okay.
Probably you'd be able to look out and see that. Well, it's nighttime, so do you have dark
I've got
vision?
dark vision up to 60 feet.
Yeah, so you would look out and you would see these beasts that look like wolves. Crossed between a wolf and a man.
And I see one attacking.
Yeah.
Thingy-majig. Muscle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one's within 30 feet, right?
Yeah. So while you're inside the building, that will class as difficult terrain just for ease to get out, to go down the stairs and.
Okay, I would like to cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp upon the one attacking Muscle.
Okay. What does that do? Tell me. Do tell.
It needs to make a strength save against 13.
Against 13.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I imagine that would be right because that's my spell
Yeah, DC. Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
So
If it fails, it's restrained and takes 2d6. But I also need to do a d20 to see if this does interesting stuff.
Yep.
No. Does not. Okay.
So that was a 14.
Oh. Every time. Okay,
So,
no effect then.
Okay.
Hang on, let me just check. Yeah, it has no effect on a failed save.
Okay.
And then I guess is the window one that can open?
Yeah, I'd be able to open it, but I don't think you'd be able to. You'd know that if you tried to yeet out of it, you'd probably take damage.
That's cool. I eat out of it.
Okay, you yeet out of it, and you successfully
a beast
forego, and you will take.
Can I make a dex save to see if I land it?
Yes, go ahead and do that.
Dex save or dex check?
Dex save.
Okay. D20. No, hang on. Let me do this right.
It's a save because it's like the ground is attacking you in a roundabout way.
Well, you're old and you have you barely have a grasp on what's going on. This is like insane.
20.
Wow. Okay, well you jump out the window and you do a fucking barrel roll when you hit the floor. This is like the old days.
Brilliant. I feel young again. Would that be all my movement? Or
I would say that'd be 5. So it'd be 10 feet inside the house, and then I would say 10 feet to jump out. So you'd have what, 5 feet?
5 feet left. Okay, I'll move to that. No, I'll stay there. I'm not a fighter. Yeah, I'll stay there. Hang on, let me just see if I can do anything with sorcery points. I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to quicken spell Earthen Grasp again and cast it as a bonus action.
Okay, on the same guy?
On the same guy.
Okay, that's a strength save 13, right?
Yeah.
That is 15.
Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, and I need to roll my d20 again.
Yep.
No, that does not have any effect.
All right. So.
Oh, God, I'm so useless. I need to up my fucking charisma.
Next up, werewolf number 1 that attacked you. My boy. He's going to take another bite attack. That is 15. That doesn't hit, I don't think.
No.
No, and he's going to take a swipe attack. That is 7, so that doesn't hit either.
No.
It's going to stay there and it's going to snarl at you. Werewolf number 2. This is this guy down here. He's going to come. How much movement do they have? Yeah, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to come all the way up here. And he's going to take a swipe at you, Grungrout.
Oh, okay. Hello there.
That is 7.
No.
He's going to take a bite, sorry. And now he's going to take a swipe. That is a 14.
That would hit, but I'm going to cast Shield.
Okay.
So that is a first level spell as a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
That then won't hit, and I have to do another d20.
Yep. So as the werewolf just bounds over to you, it's like close up movie style, just bounds straight up to you and just gnashes at you and swipes at you, and you throw your shield up, so he just can't make it. It just bounces against this arcane barrier.
Boom! Fuck you.
All right. Next up, Froggy. You've just
Big
seen
frog.
Grungrout yeet himself out the window.
Right. I have long jump.
Mhm.
Would I be able to land on the square basically, can I get to the square in front of Grungrout?
What does that do? It gives you what is it, a 20-foot jump?
I've got like a 25-foot jump.
Yeah. So make it. I'll say you can just make an acrobatics check for me to jump from where you are through the window and in front of Grungrout.
This can only go well.
22. You slam it, and you are exactly where you want to be.
Wowee.
Do you know what time it is?
Big boy time.
Big frog time.
I'm group time.
Okay.
I'll use my bonus action to become
Big boy.
time. Muscle. You would suddenly see little Froggy. Suddenly, like almost like rain's going on him, and he grows into a 10-foot tall tree frog man. Not a tree frog, but yeah.
A tree frog.
You look like a tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
A tree made of frog.
Would you like to do anything else?
Well, yeah, I'm going to attack the one next to Grungrout.
Okay, so that's Werewolf 2. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Is it that? Double check. Yes. Fucking. No. Not again.
8 doesn't hit. You only have one attack at this
so
point.
bad at combat rolls.
I don't understand.
God.
Would you like to do anything else?
That's literally my movement action and bonus action.
Okay.
Actually,
Next
hang on,
up,
temporary hit points. 2 temporary hit points. Let's go.
Ooh, you
Tio,
wild
what would you like
child.
to do?
Is it Tier Goats go?
It is.
Shit, these
Are
bitches
you gonna
can't
jump
go.
out the window too?
I am going to cast. I'm gonna wake up and like, what? I think something's going on outside. I'm gonna cast Misty Step.
Misty Step, okay. So that gives you double movement. Oh,
Just
oh no, you can
teleport, like-
teleport. Yeah, of course, yeah. Where would you like to go?
Outside to I probably just because I probably don't know what's going on. End up like out the front. and
Like
see
here?
all this going on, yeah. And I don't think I have any spell that I can cast as a bonus action.
You can use sorcery points there
I can.
to quicken a spell
I can.
if you so wish.
You are
Wait,
so...
Are there 3 of them now?
3 what?
Werewolves.
There were always 3.
Oh.
They're breeding like rabbits.
Mm.
Breeding like
Were rabbits. Yeah.
Gromit. Fetch the Wensley now.
It doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me which ones I chose on D&D Beyond, Joe.
What sorcery things you can do?
Yeah, I don't know if I chose Quicken Spell.
No.
You know what? I think we had this conversation. And
You
I
do.
did.
You've meta magic. It's in your features and traits.
That's
Class
fair.
features. You've got quicken
It's in
spell
a-
and twin spell.
Yeah, it's in such a weird place.
The best ones.
So yeah, I'll use 2 sorcery points to quicken a spell
Mm-hmm.
in my. Oh my god, what's going on? Werewolves. And I will 2nd level spell. Magic
Anti-werewolf.
missile,
Okay.
The one next to the one next to Grungrout.
Choose your loyalties well.
The one next to Gavin's character, Muscle.
Muscle. Okay, so that's werewolf 1.
Betrayer.
Sorry, I probably would just see him first.
Yeah, that's fair.
Roll that damage.
You mean you didn't notice Grunk out yeeting out the window?
So it's 4d4 because I'm using it at level
Oh, +4.
4. 17.
Ooh, that's pretty damn good. So
Nice one,
as you
Joe.
just hold your hands up and make that clockwork symbol in your hands, magic missiles just throw out and barrage this werewolf. You hear this sort of howl whine as you hit it. Would you like to do anything else?
Gosh, we're doing mighty well.
I don't think I have any movement left, do I? If I do I have
If you miss your
movement
steps, you'll
and
have
then
you'll have movement. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'll probably
You've not actually used any of your movement.
You can't really go anywhere.
No.
You can go back one space.
I'll go back one space.
Jump up and down a few times.
Back one space.
And I'll do some dodge.
Okay. Next up, werewolf number 3. Werewolf number 3 is gonna bound up. 10, 15, 20, 2.
He came bounding over.
Bounding over. He's gonna come up and he's gonna take a swing at you, Muscle. A bite, sorry. That is 11. That doesn't hit, I don't think.
No.
9, 4, 13. That also doesn't hit, I don't think.
No.
So it just runs over, and you just manage to just kind of hand this werewolf off just out of reach of you, as it gnashes and swipes at you. Next up, Beaky.
Okay. Kind of just wakes up hearing a howl. The hell? Does Beaky have any knowledge on werewolves?
Roll a history check for me,
More
please.
specifically,
Silver bullets.
no. It's actually quite different. That is not what I wanted to copy and paste into there. D20. What is my history? Oh, it's
Were they
actually plus
silver
1.
bullets, or were they
Surprised.
just steel bullets? That
I
were
think they were
silver?
just polished
Excellent.
bullets.
You having smuggled a part of your backstory, having done that smuggling in that area of the world, that is quite sinister. I think you'd understand what werewolves are, but not really have any idea of how to fight them or anything.
I was just wondering if there's something they were afraid of, like an animal.
Garlic.
Not that you would know.
Is garlic an
Well,
animal?
failing that, I know what bears sound like, because they're common in this place. Are they, Joe?
You know what?
A bear sounds like.
Yeah, you know what a bear sounds like. Yeah.
I'm gonna go over to the window, and as loud as I possibly can, roar like a bear.
You roar like a bear. Roll an intimidation
old
check with disadvantage,
roar.
please.
I mean, it's mimicry, so the sound is exactly the same.
What's the scariest thing that you've heard of? You've heard.
Okay.
Scariest noise you've
That's
heard.
fine. Yeah. Do that, and I will actually, because they have a thing that says they have advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing and smell. So I'm gonna roll for them to see if they ascertain whether it's mimicry or not.
Okay, what am I rolling? Sorry.
An intimidation check straight.
Intimidation check. Cool.
Yeah.
Intimidation check. Gay.
That's 1. That's 2, and that's 3.
Oh, well, I hate this so much. Like, what is wrong with my character? Joe, can I just have mine just out of 10? Like,
And then we'll double it.
if I roll a nat 10, is that the same as a nat 20 for me? Because
I wish it was.
Mine doesn't work.
So, as you sort of remember what a bear sounds like, and you use mimicry to do it, you just get something caught in your throat, and it just comes out as. And
oh, sod it! Shoot the damn thing.
All right. You gonna jump out a window and get
I'm
gone?
gonna shoot from the window.
Okay, so you're gonna go up to the window
Sniper mode.
and roll an attack.
Just resting my arm on the window ledge.
My
I'll
God.
have them.
There.
I would say that was your bonus action to
Yeah, that's
to mimic.
fine.
Unleash hell, Beaker.
What? I just did a star, nailed it.
Error in roll.
Yep, held down shift too long there.
Maybe that's why. Ooh, that hits.
That's a nat 20. That's a nat 10.
It's a nat 10.
That's a crit. That's a crit.
It's a crit for Beaky.
You get to times the damage roll by 1.5.
Is this just a standard shot, or are you activating your item?
Is it bonus action to activate it?
Oh yeah, I think it is actually. Let me just.
So no, it's just a normal shot.
Let me just check.
Did it do?
To be fair, actually, it doesn't say. It just says before rolling to hit, you can choose to give the weapon. Yeah, I've already rolled. So
okay, no problem.
And either way, if I do use the Dragonstone, it misfires at 10, so I would have still clicked up.
Oh, yeet, yeah.
Like, I don't think I'm ever going to use that, knowing that Beaky can't roll above 10 anyway.
That's true. That's
it's
a
gonna
shame.
have to be a genuine I'm going to die moment for me to even think about using that.
You're going to need some advantage and some inspiration.
Everything.
Every possible bonus.
Gavin, just for context, Beaky can't roll above 10. It doesn't happen very often.
I think twice
10,
in
like,
all of the
twice, maybe?
sessions, yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Roll damage, please, Beaky.
Roll damage. That's a good shout.
Are you shooting which guy?
Oh, yeah. Good. Another very important thing.
You can probably see them all from the window as well, can't you?
Yeah, can I see them all?
Yes, you can. So the one right in front of...
Shoot the one. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that is number one. Yeah.
That'll be the one I see first, so...
Yep.
1d10 plus 4. That is a capital D. What am I doing with my typing? Everything wrong. Cool.
7, is that piercing?
Yes.
Okay. What's half of 7? 4.
Oh no.
It doesn't, you shoot it and the bullet does seem, it just sort of embeds into the skin and it doesn't pierce it.
Interesting.
Oh.
It has resistance to piercing.
Cool.
Well, that's a feels bad for you.
Next person's go.
Is that back to me?
Minute. It is...
I'm last, I think.
Yeah, you are last. It's you.
Oh, shit, have you not been yet? Oh, God.
No, because I had like a first round with them.
Oh, yeah.
So, Muscle, you see next to you 2 werewolves gnashing.
You've just woke up, been bitten, kind of slashed groggily at them, and then everyone's yeeted themselves out the window at you. And you're like, what the fuck is going on?
That must be very comforting to know that these random people you've met for a day have just jumped out of a window to save your life.
Quick combat question. If you leave someone's range, they get attack of opportunity, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
For any reason?
Yes. Not unless if you're pushed out of the way by a spell, you don't.
You can disengage, but that's an action.
Okay.
And that doesn't use, then you don't get attacks of opportunity.
So, can I grab the werewolf that is in between me and Froggy and throw him, thereby giving Froggy a attack of opportunity? Because he's leaving the range.
I like the sound of this.
I have a reach of 10 feet.
I'm just gonna check, because that sounds tight.
We've done stuff like that before in Andy's campaign.
I think that's like
stuff like that.
That's like a DM call sort of situation, I imagine. But
I think it's fun to do that. Whether it's rules as written is another thing. But...
Well, either way, I'm attempting to slam dunk this guy down that well. So.
Yep. I would say that would be fine to do. You could pick him up and you could throw him out so that Froggy gets a attack of opportunity.
Okay, so
is it a batter up swing?
Yes,
thing? Like you throw him up, Froggy pulls out a tree trunk and smacks him into the well.
That is essentially what I'm trying. I'm going to be throwing him in the vague direction of that well hole, and I'll sort of signal to Froggy, give me a hand.
Okay, I'm going to have a contested athletics, contested strength check for this, so you can see if you can pick the werewolf.
So just a normal strength check.
Werewolf 1. Yep, normal strength check. 13 versus 20.
Oh no.
So as you kind of grasp and you just grab its fur, and it's able to just wriggle and gnash and violently flail all over the place, and just you can't quite grab it fast enough.
Okay, in which case I will do nothing, because that was basically my action, I'm sure. So, yeah, I end my turn.
All right. Next up, Rungrout.
I pull out the Sorcerer's Sword.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what this thing can do. And I lunge towards the werewolf in front of me.
So that is number 2, I believe. Yep.
Yeah. So I have to make a weapon attack.
Yeah, using your spell attack
D20
modifier.
+5. Fuck's sake.
That's a 9. God, you guys are just...
Step into my domain.
Can we just say it has an AC of 8 right now?
Unfortunately,
Don't
no.
volunteer in all this madness.
So as you pull out your sword, it glows faintly with the innate arcane energy, and you just, unfamiliar with the balance of this sword, having used an axe more than anything else, you swing. It goes wide, and you kind of look at yourself dumbfounded.
Well, that's not like the old days.
Would you like to do anything
and then
else?
I'll quicken spell again and use the rest of my sorcery points. And I will quicken Earthen Grasp again.
On the same one?
Yeah, on this guy right in front of me.
Okay, yep, no problem. And that's a strength check as well?
Yeah, strength against 13.
Fails, unfortunately.
He fails, or the spell?
No,
fails?
the spell fails, sorry.
Cool. Oh, wait, hang on. I have to see if that does an interesting thing. Oh. Come on, give me a 1. Oh!
Almost.
Dude. Cool, that's my...
Is that your round? Is that you over?
Go again. Yeah.
Alright, werewolf number 1, right in front of Muscle, is going to take another bite at you. Jesus Christ, he is rolling so poorly. That's a 12? Doesn't hit, I don't think.
Is this on me?
Yeah.
No.
And then that is a 16. I don't think that hits either.
No.
No. Again, he just gnashes and thrashes all over you, and he just can't quite hit you in time. He stays where he is, though, just growling.
It's always tell Dennis the Menace to get his dog back.
Number 2, he's going to attack this now seemingly huge frog person in front of him.
No. You're 17.
That is 7
Yikes.
for the bite.
Just bites onto bark.
Misses. And then 19
That will hit.
for the slash. So that is 3 damage.
Oh no.
I lost a whole hit point.
And it's going to stay exactly where it is and growl at you menacingly. Froggy, you're up.
Froggy! So, so I get 2 temporary hit points. So,
And then on the
one next to Grungrout,
Hmm?
I'm going to cast.
Hunter's Mark.
Okay, he is marked.
He is marked.
And then do you know what I'm going to do?
You're going to do.
Try and hit the thing.
Roll the hit, my boy.
Da-na.
That's a 9.
End it now, please.
That does
Feel
not
like-
hit.
You really struggle at the minute as well, Froggy.
I'm having a fucking nightmare because I can do loads of damage, but I just can't fucking hit shit.
I feel like the fucking computer just takes the fun out of rolling.
Takes the piss.
Excellent.
Like,
I like seeing everyone's rolls come up. It's fun.
I like seeing everybody's
Oh yeah,
rolls.
I enjoy seeing what everyone gets. I just think it hates me.
like the every time we're in combat, it just fucks us so much.
All right.
Like we can make a cool plan and we can try and execute it, and then every single time it gets fucked because of rolls.
You know what? It doesn't fuck me over. I think it's like anti-sexism. Where 8% more because I'm a woman.
Look, I'm debating muting my mic because I feel it gives you an unfair advantage.
God.
Would you like to do anything else, Froggy? Anything else? Any movement?
Can you do anything else?
No, that's literally, there's nothing else I can
Okay.
fucking do, so that's pretty
Tyr, you're up.
Can you actually move in this form?
I can move 5 feet.
Brilliant.
Okay. Let's have a look. I'm
Head off
going.
in a few minutes, by the way. What? I have to leave in a few minutes.
Why?
Because it's family game night with Ashton's family.
That's actually true.
Um,
Technically, I might have a quiz if Ian pulls his finger
Well,
out.
do you
But
want to do you want to start?
Should we leave
know
it here then?
I'll just
for now?
write a note. It's my turn next time.
okay, yeah, sure. I'll save this so we know where everybody is.
Sorry, guys.
How
okay.
dare you?
We did say 10.
I'm going to start getting my characters mixed up now. Aethon's about to get a very, very beefy voice.
Oh, yeah, no, you know.
I have to juggle 3. It gets really confusing.
Yeah. I've made mine very different, so it's not confusing.
Yeah,
How do you think I
one
feel?
barbarian, one
I've got-
gunslinger, and then one paladin. So it's all right. They're different enough.
I've got a DM and I've got Landarin to think about and my character.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
If
Anyways.
it helps, Landarin was dead to me before he even left.
I like it.
Alright, guys, I got to head off.
See you,
I will-
boy.
Yay,
See you
Alright.
later.
Good job.
fun.
Thanks for joining us.
Boy.
Toodaloo.
Fucking hate combat in your sessions, Joe.
I love it.
We're,
I
so,
love it.
we're so fucking bad.
Yeah.
And by hate, I
I've
mean
really
like
not
it's
had
fun.
the curse that everyone else has. Like, I really feel like I'm actually rolling really well.
I don't think I've made a decent attack.
Well, I
in the last
did
3 sessions.
I did a little test. I rolled a whole bunch of rolls, right? A whole bunch of attack rolls like ages ago because I thought this I thought this myself and it actually came out more favorable. Every single data point data set that I used against dice rolling, it came out more favorable on
Why does it
average.
hate us so much?
So
I think you've altered the numbers somewhere
somehow,
For you-
somewhere.
for your little program. That's going to be really cool.
Mm-hmm. Somehow, somewhere, you guys are getting ruined by me and me dumbing the numbers.
I mean, it doesn't help that my save is really. Doesn't help that my save is really low. Right?
Hmm.
but that's going to be changed ASAP. Oh no, wait, but we don't get an ability score improvement for ages, do we?
8th level's next.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna have a shit fucking score for ages.
Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. If you've been watching, I really appreciate it. You'll find this episode up on Nat1DND's YouTube. And again, Sunday at around 7:30, join us again. Thanks a bunch, guys.